Here, and as always, we are saluting those in the community that have done some good. I mean, everybody has a story to tell, and the gentleman that we have in the studio this morning also has a story to tell. J.M. Benjamin is in the building.
What's going on?
How you doing?
All right, you?
I'm good. So you came here to talk about your book. It's called Ride or Die Chick.
Yeah, definitely.
But behind the book, there's a bigger story. Let's start off first by talking about you, your story, and how you came about to write this one.
Oh, well, basically, in 1994, I was incarcerated. I served over a dozen years in prison, and when I was in federal prison, suggested to me by a counselor, I started writing in journals, and the journals ultimately turned into manuscripts. Manuscripts turned into submission, and I was signed to a publishing company in New York. Before I came home, 4 months before I came home, Wendy Williams had chose the book when she was on radio for the book of the month, and I came home, walked right into position. People heard my story on her show. Books flew off the shelf, became in essence best-selling author, Black Expressions, award-winning, and that was 6 years ago. Wow. About 4 years ago, I started an independent publishing company to help other authors who were incarcerated or was just struggling to get on but couldn't get major book deals. So from there, just so many doors opened up. And I began to use my writing as a platform and a door opener to reach our youth, at-risk youth, speaking in various different schools, religious organizations, nonprofit organizations, and then ultimately becoming a literary coach and a publisher for, again, just other authors, writers, aspiring writers who want to live their dreams out through writing. So, you know, just a host of things that I use with my career now.
So it's safe to say that you took your story, and it may have been the more familiar story to our community, unfortunately, with the incarceration, with being caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time, whatever the case is, and you made something positive of that.
Definitely. Basically what I did was I took a negative situation and turned it into a positive opportunity.
Okay.
Not only do I write urban fiction, I write nonfiction motivational as well. And one of the titles is From Incarceration to Incorporation, trying to convey to ex-offenders that there is life after prison, that your life isn't over. Like, you can get a fresh start and a new start, you know. So basically, the Ride or Die Chick series, which brought me down here to the Virginia area, is based out of the 7 cities. And it's like a gangster love story, and to show how sometimes how women go hard for their man if they believe in them, that whole ride or die thing. So it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's real. It's real in the field. A lot of women, I think, right here in the 757 have experienced that, where they fall in love. You know, they fall in love with the moneymaker or the big baller, only to realize later on in the game that, wow, this is a real risk I'm taking. And now you already in it. There's no turning back. So you got to ride or die for your man. You got to do it smart, ladies. Of course, think about yourself. But, I mean, you know, naturally, we fall in love and we kind of reshift our focus. So that's a good story to tell. I'm going to read it, and I'm hoping that the outcome is positive. I'm almost positive it is, based on the person who wrote it. Is that safe to say?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's good to know. J.M. Benjamin is who we're speaking with now. Advice or anything could you offer our youth? We have a lot of young men listening right now. A lot of young men who perhaps have goals to be rappers. You know, they think they have to do whatever to get to that platform. And it's not working out for them. It's not working out for them with statistics, with the fact that too many of our men are getting locked up. What advice could you offer these guys?
Well, one, what I try to convey to the youth, more so to the young males, is that you don't have to be a product of your environment. Not everybody in the hood sells drugs or bang or what have you. You know, I know brothers that have gone to college and, you know, educators and entertainers and artists. The one thing you need to know is this. Just like if you chose a negative route, when you're choosing a positive, one, you have to be dedicated and committed. That's very important. Passionate about it, perfecting your craft and your talent. You know, knowing that when it's all said and done and when the smoke clears, that you'll reap the benefit for your hard work. Everything is a process. Even with me, like, you know, when I was pushing a different product and living a different life, it was a process. I didn't just jump in the game and start selling tons and tons of narcotics and things of that nature. I started out small, and then it progressed. The same thing with, rapping, singing, sports, education, whatever. It's a process. Respect the process and follow it, and don't derail or deter from the course. And don't let anyone deter you or derail you. That's very important. You do not have to become a statistic. They said that within the first 3 years of someone being released from prison, 1 out of every 3 of us will return. Well, I've been home double that amount, and I continue to set the bar higher. So eventually they're going to have to raise it, unless they're going to say, take JM off the list. He's not going back. He's not a statistic. And that can be your story too. And in closing on that subject, young brothers and sisters, what you need to know is this. Right now in this day and age, you can make more money legally working a 9-to-5 or a legal hustle than you can doing something negative. So just be mindful of that.
And also be mindful of the family that is supporting you either way, and who you might disappoint, and who's really going to be suffering in the long run if you don't make a positive decision.
Absolutely.
And that's something I think as a mom that I think about all the time. I look at my child and I'm like, you know what, we're going to make sure you're doing the right thing, because we got too much to lose. We've worked too hard. And I need the parents to work hard at raising their kids just the same.
Absolutely.
I think that's another big thing within our community. Our parents are not being parents, and I need us to all be better parents, because they're the future. Whitney said it best. Children are our future.
Definitely.
And if we don't show them the way, how they going to know?
Absolutely.
So I applaud you, and I applaud what you're doing.
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking what you've been through and flipping it and making it positive. And better yet, sharing your story just to show. I mean, it's one thing to tell people, but when they could see and touch the person who's been there and is telling them, yo, this wasn't it, let's do this, it makes a big difference. I've seen it. So absolutely. I applaud you, man. I'm looking forward to reading the book.
Thank you.
Again, it's called Ride or Die Chick, J.M. Benjamin. Where can they find these books?
Well, you can find them wherever books are sold, like Barnes and Nobles. Out here in the Virginia area, you can go to Military Circle Mall, Urban Knowledge Bookstore. You can visit my website, www.newqualitypublishing.com, order directly from there. Yes, they are on the Kindle and Nook, so for all you e-readers, you can get them there. And again, like I said, wherever books are sold. And it's a series, Ride or Die Chick Part 1, 2, and 3, which was just released. The story of Treacherous and Teflon, and ultimately Part 3 is about their son and his Ride or Die Chick. Okay. So, definitely.
So I got the whole series right here. I'm getting ready to dig into this. Yeah. And I'll let y'all know what I think. Then I'll share it with them. Maybe I'll give it to them after I read it. But that's what's up. Again, thank you for coming by, sharing this with us. We look forward to speaking with you again when you come back. I know you got a few events right here in the area that you'll be working on. And I'd also like to know where you'll be speaking if you do manage to arrange any events like that, because we'd love to talk about it and let people know where they can meet, greet, and talk to you, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you again. And I'm Chris Caliente, the Chris Caliente Show. On Twitter, get at me. If you have any questions, I'll relay them, because I have your contacts as well, and we'll get that popping, all right?
I'm on Twitter and Facebook,
JM
Benjamin.
Give us your Twitter.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at JM Benjamin, Facebook as well, JM Benjamin. Also, Winter Giovanni, right here, local author here in Virginia. Check her out, her Facebook, Ghetto Governor. We're just trying to do some positive things here in the city, in the state of Virginia. So
it's a movement, people.
Definitely, it's a movement.
That's what's up. Thanks again, y'all, for stopping by, and we'll be back. Keep it locked. It's 103.